Hey, everybody, welcome to the old Monday Night Slot Cars. Thank you for showing up tonight. I sincerely appreciate it. Hope everybody's staying warm. Notice I've lost a layer. I don't have the hoodie on anymore. Who all we got in here? Hey, Mike. Hey, Barry. Hey, Steve. Hey, Mike Oliver. Hey, Jimbo. I saw what you did for me, my friend, and all I can say right now is thank you, and I will get with you later, buddy. Thank you, man. Hey, once again, hey, Barry. Hope you and the wife are doing well. Steve F., my Ford man. Hey, Lavoisier. I'm glad to see that the job didn't drive you too crazy today. I see Michael. Michael, somebody gave me $2. I can't see the last name though. It's not letting me see the last name. So whichever the Michael is that gave me the job, thank you. Every dollar helps. I appreciate that. Hey, Al. Hey, Mike Zim. Hey, Mark. I had you on the TV while I was getting everything set up. I'm going to have to get with Mr. Petrish about those little inserts on your on the Hardin Creek on the. Well, I don't have mine out here, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about, where you're pressing your axles together. That was good stuff. Hey, Keith. Hey, Rich. I see you got your pit kits today. Hey, Mr. Pataki. He got another email with your pit kit and my pit kit heading his way, but he's going to have, I think I sent you 5. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rich. Hey, John M. Hey, William. Hey, Brad. B-Rad. Oh, the dude's here? All right. Oh, Mike and Steffi? Boy, we got a full house. PBJ Racing? Hey, Luke? Okay, Michael McDonald. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that, man. And welcome to the membership. Everyone give Michael a round of applause. He's one of our newest members on the channel. He joined right in. Thank you, guys. Definitely drove you batty. Yeah. That's why I just said thank you. I'll deal with it tomorrow when you message me about that phone call. And then the next thought was, well, I can't say on the phone. I'll talk to you tomorrow. But I was like, oh Lord, what did she get me into? Yeah, cool, Mark. I know you didn't put the Mustang on the dyno that you won because you didn't want to break it before you put the Viper on there that you built. So I understand why you didn't put that Mustang out there. Steffi's cooking. All right. Crashes Roadrunner Garage. Thank you for showing up, buddy. It's still in the package. Oh, is it going to go on your wall of fame behind your non-collection? Mark's not a collector, guys. You will run it. All right. I was going to say it'd be easy to see on that white track. Oh, cool, Mike. Yeah, I did see a bunch of people got some of their stuff today. And other people should be getting a lot of people should be getting their stuff tomorrow. Who is the lucky person? It looks like Steve Petrish received the Dale Jr. and Jimmy Johnson Super 3 bodies and the Rooster Racing Area 51s. Steven got his package from last week. Carl got a package. Hillbilly Slots, Jeff got one. Paul got his delivered. G-Bud. Looks like my Mustang buddy Steve got his delivered. Dave Matthews got his delivered. Josh, 406 Speedway, got his delivered. Steve Pataki. Yeah. And then Brad B-Rad let me know that he got his. Mark obviously let me know he got his. Bob got his diorama today from Keith. That's badass. All right. And Tom finally got his car. All right. So, hey, give it up to the Postal Service. Hey, Joe, thank you for showing up, buddy. Yeah. I was gonna say, you know what I'm talking about, Lavoisier. I don't have to say any names. Hey, Deb. I'm still trying to dig through my boxes to find your Corvette, but trust me, one way or another, if I don't find it tomorrow, then I'm just going to order up another one. But everyone, give it up to Deb. She was the 100 viewer live viewer winner giveaway of the AFX Astro Vet that I gave away this weekend, and that's a collector's edition car. Like I mentioned on the show, me personally, I wouldn't open it because those, when they say limited edition, that means that they're not going to repop that again. They may repop, when I say repop, they use that body and that particular paint scheme. They may make another one with another type of paint scheme, but they're not going to make that particular car again like they do like a first and second run on some of their cars. So that one is definitely going to be a first run only. And congratulations to Deb. Does she work for Nassau? No, she doesn't work for Nassau, Keith. All right, Steve, cool. Show that off tomorrow night on the show, buddy. I'll be watching. Hey, Joe. Yep. They can be efficient on occasion. Yeah, very few occasions. Oh, crack me up. Yeah, you hear my dog. See, he knows what time it is, and that's why he keeps pacing back and forth. Sometimes you can see him back over in here walking in and out. That's Buster, and he's upset because normally dinner time is 7 o'clock. Thank you all. I wish I worked for NASA. Me too, because I want to see a bunch of the stuff that they don't show us. But I digress. So tonight's show, G-Bud gave me a nice compliment. If you didn't see the latest video with look what Bud bought, go by and check that out. I haven't seen Paul in here with Nobody's Home. You won't blame Bluster. Yeah. Oh, there he is. There's G-Bud. And thank you for the compliment, buddy. And then Paul bought the other Ferrari 512M. And those were a couple of my personal cars that came out of my collection. I already have one, so those were like my extras per se. And they were obviously in great shape. But G-Bud had said something to the effect of, I'm going to box up 20 of my cars and send them to Scott so he can detail them. And then somebody mentioned, I think it was Mike, that mentioned on Saturday's show that on Monday he would like to see how I detail cars. And G-Bud said, oh, yeah, me too. And so I thought, well, let's just show everybody. There's no real secret. I just have my way of doing it. I know other people have their way of doing it. The way that I do it is thinking of the future and trying to preserve the car in its original condition. You know what I'm saying? Albeit like the stickers, whether they're stick back or they're water slide. And then obviously trying to keep the plastic from fading or, getting a UV broken down in one way, shape, or form. So what I'm going to do is I got kind of like 3 bodies here. I'm not going to wash them in front of you. I've already cleaned them, but what I will do when I swing the camera around is I will show you what I do to wash the bodies that even have stickers on them or water slide. It works either way. It just so happens that the 2 examples I have are stick back stickers, the sticky backs. And then it works the same way with those as how I work with my polish with a couple of little tweaks. But irregardless, I'll go through it step by step, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. And I'll explain why I do things if there's a particular way of what I'm doing. I'm not going to get into the chemical breakdown like somebody was doing for Mark on Mark's Lot Car Garage whenever they were talking about oils. I can't remember who it was that was mentioning about the PTFE, but they are 100% correct. Just so everybody knows that was watching Mark, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go by and watch Mark's Slot Car Garage live from just earlier this evening, and make sure you're watching the chat. And there is someone in there that knows exactly what they're talking about with PTFE chemicals. Basically, I'm going to break it down into layman's terms real quick and save you guys the hassle of Googling it or trying to understand the chemical thing that was put in the chat. But long story short, when two objects have the coating PTFE, which is a Teflon type coating with other chemicals in it, it's a helix molecule instead of a flat strand. And whenever two objects that have PTFE on them are together, instead of like a normal lubricant lubricates one side and protects it from the other, PTFE rides on each other. So the film rides on top of the film, and the part never touches the other part, or you know what I'm saying? So instead of just one half having a lubricant and the other half not, then both sides have lubricant that ride on each other, and the PTFE stays there, and the molecules actually do the sliding. So it adheres, makes a layer, and then the molecules are what actually are sliding back and forth. And so, long story short, that is a much better slick stuff. Think of it as ice on ice. Yes, there you go, Mike. Yep, Teflon. Yep. And there's Paul. He must have heard his ears burning. He's our secret pseudo Mustang buddy. Self-lubricating. Yes, Mike. Yep. Exactly. See, now you're getting it. So what that person was getting to, and I apologize, I don't know who it was that was mentioning it in the chat, is that is the ultimate lubricant between two parts that are a friction. So, and then if you add another part in between. Oh, well, thank you, Deb. Everyone give Deb a round of applause. Thank you. Wow. Give that one a nice heart too, man, and a like. Boom. That's so awesome. Mustang disguise, yes. Yes, Paul. Yes, exactly, G-Bud. Any place where there's a friction part. So any place that you would normally put your oil, I would suggest going and getting, I think it's called 101 PTFE lube, and it's a little paste. And I think that's what it's called. I'll look it up and I'll have an answer for everybody on Saturday. And if Amazon has it in stock, I'll just order a tube to show you guys. I've been just sticking with my oil because it's cheap. But I am going to go ahead and try to test that out to see if oil or the PTFE grease lube actually makes any difference on the same car on the same track. So, like Goo Gone, yeah. kind of like Goo Gone, but different, Mike. Yes. My magic goo has friction and limiting additives. Yes, see, that's what you want. Yep. And so, like that right there, that is zero weight synthetic oil, motor oil. And so it's actually too thick for what I use it for on these small of a cars. And so actually I need something even thinner. But that stuff at least sticks. So that's why I wanted to try the PTFE paste. And obviously squirting oil is a little easier than working with a paste, but the paste is going to stay there a little longer. So you might be able to move it around on the part and re-lubricate the area again. But like I said, we're going to test that out on the show. Now that somebody brought that up, I have a good idea of what all the modified chassis with a certain body that I run on my track should run time-wise. So it's going to be really easy for me to pick up a car and lube it with oil, and then I'll just pop out the rear end and I'll clean out the saddles and I'll put the exact same rear end in and just lube it in with that PTFE grease, and then we'll test it on the clock and see if there's any noticeable difference. See if the juice is worth the squeeze. And Lavasiette, if she's still here, she knows, she hears me say that all the time at work. So without further ado, let's swing it around here, and I'll show you guys step by step with what I do, except for, like I said, I've already cleaned the bodies. And so I'm just going to explain what I would be doing if they were still needing to be cleaned. Yeah, see, B-Rad, once you find one, you know, you don't want to give it up because you know it works. Fishing reel oil. See, that's a good one. That's a good idea. Fray pancakes. Okay, see, if anybody's got good tips, put them in the chat, please. Like I said, I'm not I just know what I know, and I don't know everything. And there's nobody that does. And if they say they do, they're lying. There's only one person that knows everything, and I don't think he's watching the channel right now. So, irregardless. So if I was to get one of these bodies, and as you all know, on the insides, you can see this one's pretty clean. Same thing here, but you can also see, this is another reason why I got this one. You can see there's some stuff you just can't get out. It's embedded into the plastic. And I got this one pretty clean too. And all I did was warm water and Dawn, because Dawn breaks down grease. And I use a soft bristle toothbrush, and I stick it in I think this is a Pepperidge Farm, processed meat package that they put in Tupperware. So I just recycle them for stuff like this. Anyway, so what I would do in the case of this car, I would fill it up to the point to where it would not be touching. There you go. Not be touching the sticker. So you can see the stickers are already gone off the side, off the nose, off of this one particular body. So I would go ahead and fill this up to try to get that Dawn up in there. And I use my toothbrush to try to spray it around while I let it. So I let it soak to try to break that stuff down as long as possible. Use the toothbrush in the water. And while I'm doing that, I'll actually have a microfiber towel or something to put over the sticker while I'm doing it, to keep any residual splashing or water to get away. You know what I'm saying? And I do the same thing whenever I'm polishing cars, but we'll get to that part there later. Now, if it comes to a car like this that has stickers on the side and the top, I can send you one, Keith. Yeah, this is the same theme, just a different variation. But I'll send you the one that doesn't have the broken front end like this one does. And this is the one that's worth the money, ironically. So I'll send him one, and then you guys will have a Porsche body that we can purchase from Keith. So on as an example, on this body, since it's got sticky stickers with stick back on the side, makes no difference if they were sticky stickers or water slide stickers. I would do it the same way. And that way would be same thing. I would get my microfiber towel, and I wouldn't even worry about dunking it. The only thing I would do is just get some of the water and Dawn in there, and I would just start cleaning like this. And I would do the same thing on the backside. And like I said, it just takes a lot longer because you can't let it soak. But if you put in the effort, you can see it gets pretty clean. Obviously I could do some more detail works in the corners and stuff like that. But that stuff like that right there used to be all over the bottom of this car. And I know, and I've seen it. Some people like to use a Q-tip and alcohol. And I'm going to give you the reason why I go through the extra effort of doing the Dawn, the soaking, and this, because trust me, doing alcohol on cotton swabs is a whole lot faster. But you're damaging the plastic because alcohol takes away the moisture out of the plastic and it dries it out. So you're making the plastic more brittle every time you use alcohol on it. And eventually it's going to break like that. And so I personally don't use alcohol for that very reason, because I don't want to, I'm not trying to make them weaker. Because I may want to run them, and I don't want to, this may not be a shelf queen, but I don't want it to just snap as soon as I put my body on it, or the chassis on it. And that's what will happen. A lot of these older cars that have been cleaned with alcohol, they'll just snap off right here when you go to put the body on. They'll just snap clean off, among other things, when they crash. But most of the time, in my experience, has been if they're really brittle, unless there's exceptions like the old Aurora, though that aqua blue color that they made in the 70s, that was going to break if you looked at it funny. But I'm talking about just your normal plastics. If you eventually keep using alcohol on them, you're going to weaken the plastic, and it's going to become brittle, and then it's going to snap a whole lot easier. There you go, Andy. That's exactly the plasticizer out. Yep. The adhesive stuff. Yep. Yep. There you go. See? Yeah. And that's why I don't even bother putting any of it on it. So that would be the first step. So once I got the bodies to that step right there, then we'll move this bad boy out of the way, and then I'll actually polish and show you what I do. So like an example on this one, I've already cleaned it. It's already good to go. I've already wiped it all off. So I'd get out. This is my two-step polishing process. So obviously I go through a lot of Novus. So I just buy one of these bottles, and then I buy the refill jug. You can buy this on Amazon. You can buy the 3-pack if you want to, but I found that I very rarely use it for anything, because it's so abrasive. It will take the tampo off of your cars, the numbers, the logos, everything. So I don't particularly use those unless it's a solid bodied area that I don't have to worry about. Taking something off. And so once again, trusty Q-tips, I put it there while I'm spraying the car to get some of the liquid on it. So I use the Q-tips to get into the places where, try to get it everywhere. And if you notice, I'm rubbing it in. I know that the Q-tip's soaking up some of it, but a lot of it is getting rubbed into the plastic. And I've actually seen it when I do this. I've actually seen the plastic change colors to a darker color because it was rehydrating the plastic. So I'm a firm believer in the Novus. I've used it for going on 10 years now, and it's the bomb. So yeah, that way I can try to get the good stuff in between all the row bars and stuff like that. And now that it's all over that towel, what I do is I sit here and I literally will sit here and just rub this stuff in. I know they say polish it until it's dry, and I don't use the same towel. I keep polishing until this towel when it starts drying out. So I'm rubbing in as much as the Novus into the body as I can. As you can see, it's already starting to shiny up pretty good. And we haven't even hit the polishing stage yet. And like I said, I'm just showing you how I do it. This you may have a better way, and if it is better than this, please let me know, because I'm always looking to improve. I'm not saying this is the best way. I'm just saying this is the way that works for me. And so opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one, and some of them stink. And so I'm not trying to push this is the right way or the wrong way, or if you've always used alcohol and you've never broken a body and you think I'm full of crap, then keep doing the alcohol. I'm not telling anybody to change what they've been doing if it works for you. I'm just telling you what I've seen and what I've changed in order to minimize the amount of damage that may cause to my car in the future, if that makes any sense. Michael, honestly, once I get done doing what I'm showing you here, I'll show you how easy it is to maintain the cars. Because once you get this, even with just Novus, if you don't even go to the next step, is what I call it, for the ultimate in polishing. And I'm rambling on because, like I said, this is how I do it. So I told you guys that this is exactly how I do it, and I'd show you. I just keep rubbing it in until this towel starts feeling dry. And anyway, once you get a protective coating like Novus, or like my next step with the ceramic coating on there, all you have to do is just grab a clean microfiber towel, and you can wipe any dust off of it again, and it shines right back up. So it makes it really easy to maintain your cars. I even do that with all the carded cars that are on my wall. Every single carded car on my wall, everywhere, the packages have Novus on them. So it makes it easier for me to dust them off. So, all right. Well, obviously I sit here for a long time and do that. I'm not going to keep doing it, and I won't bore you guys. So it's about dry, but if I wasn't on the live stream right now, I would have kept going, just so you know. So I spend a lot of time rubbing in the Novus, is my point. That over there. And then instead of using the same towel that I used with the Novus on it, I get a dry microfiber. And this is where you've got to use your best judgment. So if you've got any kind of stickers on there that are stick-on, or a water slide, I'll show you how I do it when we go through one of these bodies. But for right now, since these are all tampo, which is basically the fancy word for saying the decals that are permanently painted on everywhere. So there is no edge. It's an actual paint. So like there, that's all what they call tampo. And the outline of the window, the grill, everything that's painted other than the body color. So I would literally, and I try to finish, pardon my French, but I polish the crap out of it. So I put some serious pressure on the microfiber towel and the car when I'm polishing. And if you do this, you're going to understand what I'm getting ready to tell you, and you're going to know when you've got this thing as slick as you can get it, because you will just be able to feel the drag on your microfiber towel is going to reach a certain point, and then it's going to go beyond that point, and it's just going to be slick everywhere. And that's what I'm going for, is I'm trying to get it just as slick as I can get it. I'm trying to polish the Novus on the plastic. I'm trying to coat it, basically. You can see it's just shining up pretty good. Hey, there's Monty. Oh, nice. Yeah, Plexus. Yep, that's another one. That's like for Lexan. Yep. Oh, no problem, Randy. Thank you for joining in, man. So I just took it off camera so I get it closer to me so I could put my final. Like I said, I'm putting a lot of pressure on here. I'm buffing this. I try to treat this stage right here like I'm buffing a real car. So if you've ever waxed your car and you're wiping the wax off and you're trying to buff it to try to get it as shiny as you can, that's what I'm doing. And when you reach a certain point with this Novus, you're going to feel it in the microfiber towel. It's just going to slide everywhere. And you'll be able to feel a little bit where you've not got it that slick. So, like I said, in the interest of time, I'm not going to give it the full-on Scott thing here, but you're going to get the idea. Obviously, rotate your body around, hit it from different angles, rotate your towel, make sure that way you're not hitting the same wavelength, the same pattern on the microfiber, so it's not laying the same way, so the fibers or polishing another direction when you're wiping. Like I said, there's no magic to it. Like I said, it just takes a little extra effort. Honestly, if you're looking for something to do while you're watching TV instead of play on your phone, this is what I do. I polish cars while I'm watching TV. In fact, that's what I was doing Friday night when I was watching Rich's show, polishing cars. All right, so there we go. That's good enough. As you can see, that turned out pretty good. But I'm going to try to get it where you guys can kind of see the shine that we got now. And then I'm going to put what I call my, cherry on top, the finishing touch. And that is something that I tried that worked and that I think makes a difference. So the next thing that I would do, so I keep my towels separate. So this is the one that I applied it with. This is the one I polished it with. And I just wrap up the one that's got the moisture in it in the dry one to let the polisher one soak up whatever's trying to evaporate away, if that makes any sense. Grab out another microfiber towel. Put said body on there. The only reason why this is what I use, but I'm having to use this bottle because this sprayer quit. So this is a Cerakote ceramic coat paint sealant. You can buy 2 bottles of this, and I don't get paid. I'm not an Amazon affiliate, but you can get this on Amazon for less than $20, and you get 2 bottles. So you can even use it on your real car, and you can use it for your stock cars. So keep one in the house, keep one in the garage, and I know this stuff works. That's why I recommend it. I mean, on both the car and slot cars. So anyway, all that's in this bottle is this stuff. And you see, I overdo it. I mean, there's no doubt that I'm what they would call wasting the product. And I get out a new Q-tip and do the same thing. Here, I guess I'm moving my hand. I'm trying to look at the screen so I can see what you guys are seeing and read comments. Now, look, you'll notice that the last time the Nova's kind of puddled up there. Look how easy the ceramic coating is just running off. All right. The only really tricky part on these trucks is right here where the roll bars are. All right, good enough. And once again, just like with the Novus, I go into rough polishing mode. So I'm scrubbing that stuff in. We rubbed that one together. I know what you meant, Mike, but boy, that sounds bad. Yeah, I gave Mike and Steffi a step-by-step tutorial on how to polish their cars that they raced that day on the show. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I can already tell. See how much shinier that thing is? I mean, I can already tell, and I'm not even close to what I would consider done, but can you tell the difference? Hey, Mike, thanks for showing up. I know I can tell the difference in the camera. I'm looking at the picture. Oh, yeah. Look how the bed's reflecting. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. There we go. Look at that. Look at the hood. And Byron, I got your text, and I'll shoot you that link later tonight or sometime tomorrow, buddy. I'm sorry. I've been trying to get out packages, and I had to work today and had to go by the post office. And I'm not even to the polishing stage. Remember, this is still the wet ceramic towel. So I'm still rubbing it in. And I know this isn't for everybody. This is, but if you've got them sitting in your case, I'm going to tell you right now, do it one time, and it's going to make your life so much easier to clean these in the future. You're going to wish you had done it a lot sooner. Trust me. I thought Novus was good for this, and it is. But then if you just add the ceramic coating to it, man, it basically just makes it a slick surface all the time, and the dust has a hard time trying to find a place to set into the plastic. So in the interest of time, we'll move forward a little bit, but you can see now that's still not my final polish. So once again, there's the wet ceramic one. I get out another dry one, and then this is where I try to polish. This is actually the polishing stage. So I double it over and rattle the table. I'm usually sitting in my chair, but trying to read the chat. Donut time? Yeah. Hey Adam, thanks for showing up, buddy. Yeah. You have to talk to Mark about the Auto World stuff. I'm not too up to date on that. But I can already tell just from doing my polish thing to it. Look at that. Nope, no goo gone in this process. Sorry. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, that turned out good. And this is a used body. And I do have an example here. So as an example, like this is my personal Bob Beers Collector's Edition Ford GT. And it's already been ceramic coated. And all I have to do is just take another microfiber towel and boom. So, and yeah, this thing is slick. So yeah, see the shine you can. So I told you guys I'd show you how I do the others. So this is like what I would consider. These are the easy polishes is what I consider. These others are what I call the pain in the butts, and you'll see why. But like I said, that turned out really good. And in my opinion, like I said, I'm not telling anybody what to think, but compared to where we started with the dull finish, now we've got like a complete reflection going on. And so any of you people that are fortunate enough to, whenever I tell you on the auction that you're buying one out of my case and it's all shiny like this, now you know how I got it there. And now, it's no secret. You can do this to all of your cars if you want to. And it's a great way to kill two birds with one stone. If you're watching TV or watching YouTube videos on your TV, just polish. So in the case of, we'll go to the next hardest. The next hardest would be your bodies that have a sticker on it. So this one has the sticker here, but the stickers on the sides have already been removed, thankfully. So you're saying, well, how are you going to drown it with that sticker on there? Well, here, let me keep my ceramic towels and my Novus towels. All right. So once again, if you missed it earlier, I use a microfiber towel to cover the sticker area. I go ahead and drown it just like normal. And use my Q-tip to get in there. And then once, like, this wing's lifted up off the body, so it's not going to be any big deal for me to take my finger off there now that I'm done spraying it. And that way I can use the Q-tip to get it on the back. I don't know what happened there, but YouTube just kicked me off, so I apologize for the delay. And yeah, you're right, G-Bud. You could just take the wing off, but I personally try to do everything I can not to take the wings off for that very reason of, if possible. If it's easy, yes. If it's hard, then I don't, because there's those little tabs on the side right there that can get broken on the wing, and then next thing you know, you're having to glue the thing in. So, yeah, that's the secret part. Yeah, no, there's no secrets here. I just looked over to try to read the chat, and it said, "Oh snap, you've been disconnected from YouTube." And I'm like, great. I was right in the middle of a sentence. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. So obviously, I'm just rubbing that in like I did before. We're going to see how shiny we can get the Porsche Audi. Yeah, better not to tempt fate. Exactly. Yeah, that's why I mentioned the cracking bodies, because I've actually bought cars to resell for auction and just taken the body off. They snapped and cracked right up through here because of the stress. Just old and brittle. Got to remember, a lot of this stuff's 30 plus years old. Oh, hey, Jeremy. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Hope you're doing safe. Sorry. Couldn't spit it out. You know, walking and chewing gum here. Yeah, especially the 70s cars. You, like I said, I'm not being gentle per se. I'm making sure that I'm trying to lay my finger flat, and I'm trying to rub that stuff in is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to force feed it into the plastic, if that makes any sense. Oh, and you nailed it right there, Steve. When these things were manufactured, they were manufactured as toys, and they weren't given a second thought that they would be around this many years later. So, yeah. And believe it or not, the toy manufacturers still look at them that way. They still look at it as a toy. So once again, it's still damp to the touch, but I would keep going until it wasn't damp to the touch anymore if it was just me sitting there watching TV. But in the interest of not boring everybody to death, so we can kind of see some progress here, I'm going to start the polishing process with the Novus. And then we'll take a good look at what that does, and then we'll switch over and put the ceramic coat on it and see if we can see as big of a difference as we did like on the truck, like I could sell. Like I said, I don't know how much the camera's picking up what I'm trying to show as far as polish and shine goes. But I could definitely tell a difference in person. Oh, yeah. See, I hit that spot with the Novus where it's getting slick. I'm already bored. I'm sorry, Mark. So there's what we got out of the Novus shine so far. Yeah, you got it right there. There's my 3-step process. So that turned out pretty good for just Novus. All right. So once again, I wrapped up my wet towel with the dry towel for the Novus. Set it over there. Like I said, this is how I protect my little wingy with the sticker. Grab my ceramic Q-tip. And as far as glass goes, I do all of it. Glass, anything that's the plastic, anything. I coat it all. I can't remember who said that in there, but lots of elbow grease. Yes, Steve. Oh, sorry, you guys weren't even seeing what I was doing. I was trying to read. Once again, walking, talking, chewing gum. So now let's rub it in. Actually, G Bud, I do it on my chrome bodies. I'll grab a chrome car and show you. Yeah. The key here is in my opinion is don't use anything that's going to damage the body itself in the future, and try to protect it. That's my goal. Keep them looking good for another 30 plus years. So I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell once again. See how much difference the ceramic coat's making? And if you're asking, well, what are you going to do about the wing? Well, when I'm polishing with the dry towel, I'll go ahead and rub on the sticker wing, see? And there's going to be some residue that's coming off on the microfiber towel, believe it or not, that you're going to be able to rub into the sticker and make it slick too. So you'll actually make the sticker slick also doing this, even though it never had any of the Novus or the ceramic coat directly put on it, because there's going to be residue left over on your microfiber towel. And inevitably, you can transfer that to something that doesn't have it on there, and it will absorb it. Since it's such a small amount, it doesn't do anything to the sticker that I've found. And like I said, I've been using the Novus and then the ceramic thing now for about a year, going on a year. And like I said, I'd keep polishing if if it was just me, but nice, Mark. Well, the auction cars only get the Novus, and the my personal cars get the for the collection get the ceramic coating. But if I'm selling a car out of my collection, that means it's already been ceramic coated, because I literally sat there and did every single one of my cars that are loose. Hey, Rob. Hey, I'm sorry I missed you when I was signing off Saturday night, buddy. I hope you're doing well and hope you had a good weekend. So obviously, we've made a pretty good showing of the ceramic coating so far. And then the tricky one, you're saying, well, how in the world are you going to do this one? Because you've got adhesive stickers on the side. You've got an adhesive sticker there. If you drowned it on the top, the liquid's going to come down and try to seep in between the stickers on either side. And obviously then you've just ruined your original stickered car. And yeah, that's not what we want to do. So what I do with these bodies is I take the towel that's already been wet and used, Q-tip, make it a little damp, then wow. And I like, whenever I put that Novus in where that body is, whenever I put that in there, that black darkened up. So there, that would have, I wish you guys, I would have had that camera where you could have seen that, but yeah, the black darkened up. So once again, I'm not touching the stickers with the doused Q-tip. I'm not touching them with the doused rag yet. I'm just trying to make sure that I've got the Novus everywhere. Okay, and you can see it's already, that little bit of what I was doing has already started to help. Now that the towel has some Novus on it, I'll try to hold it from like the back side here, grab the side with the Novus on it, and then start rubbing it in on just the top area, trying to avoid letting the microfiber towel with the Novus lay on the stickers or touch the stickers. And doing this at a funky angle is a lot harder than it looks. Once again, I'm just trying to rub the Novus into the plastic. Like I said, I already made the black blacker. I know that sounds funny to say, but I did. Hey, Rob, I'm feeling a whole lot better. Thank you for asking. I can actually lean over my table and sit back up straight without moaning in anger and pain. All right. So once again, I would have kept going until this towel was dry, but in the interest of keeping things moving, we'll see what we can do to polish up. And this is the polishing Novus towel, microfiber towel. Like I said, I keep them separate. And then now I don't care if I go over the sticker because I want some of that residual Novus that's on the microfiber towel to get on the sticker, help preserve it. And then to help polish in those intricate spots, I like double and triple fold the microfiber, and I just try to act like a human buffer. So there you go. And that's just the Novus part. We haven't even done the ceramic coating part yet. Buy that for $1. This is a pretty popular car, even with the front valence broke, because it's a Porsche. I know Adam would like this bad boy. So yeah, that's just the Novus. And obviously I could keep going again and show you guys how I do the very same thing with the ceramic coating. So here, might as well finish what we started. That way we can show off all three. Now we're in the ceramic coating. Wow. I can see where I wiped it where I have it. That's crazy. I've never had it under this bright of a light before. Obviously, I'm just sitting in my living room watching TV. I don't need to I spy everything. But I can tell it looks different already. See, I'm not letting the microfiber towel touch the sides that are wet. You know what I'm saying? Don't want your liquid to soak on those stickers. You'll they'll be peeling off in no time. Or if you get them too wet, they'll just start to dissolve. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I got my dry towel again. And this is going to be nice and shiny. This is going to be a good one. Yeah, Rob, if you want to send some of your awesome Cali weather to Missouri, I'll be more than happy to enjoy it. Me and Barry and Rick in Oklahoma and Rooster racing here in Missouri and Todd in Iowa. We're kind of done with this cold ass weather. All right. Like I said, I can tell it already making a big difference, but there you go. Like I said, I don't know if you guys could tell much of a difference on the camera compared to what I'm seeing. But that is definitely shinier. It looks smoother. Even the stickers shiny. See that? See the stickers even reflecting on both of them. See that? You can see it? Okay, cool. Thank you, Jim, for confirming. I just, like I said, it's, I'm looking at my computer, but that doesn't mean that's what you guys are seeing on your side. So they all turned out nice and shiny. The best part is now that they've got this ceramic coating on them, this is one that hadn't got nothing on it. It's just like what I used for that Ford GT there. These things are just slick. The stickers are slick. The sides are slick. Everywhere, it's just slick. So making what I'm pointing out is the next time you go to clean these cars, it's not going to take hardly any time. The time and effort that you put in now will save you time and effort that you have to put in later. And the good part is about this ceramic coating is you can also, if you need to, you can take the body back off and wash it. And the ceramic coating's still going to be there after a few washes. So all you'd have to do is just buff it back up. Yeah. Oh no. Like I said, I wish that I got a commission on Cerakote and on Novus. Obviously, this is like the third jug of this stuff that I've gone through. Yeah, 2 quarts. So I've gone through 4 quarts of this stuff in 6 years. And then there's, like I said, this Cerakote. This is, like I said, yeah. I mean, I can tell a difference. And like I said, look at the stickers reflecting now. That is some shiny stuff. The black on the inside, the Novus darkened that up, and then the ceramic coat even did it better. Yeah, look at that shine, man. I'm telling you guys, this thing's a diamond in a goat's ass, pardon my French, any young ears. But they turned out really nice. Anybody got any questions on those? Swing back around here and let you see my ugly mug. We're at 8 o'clock, which is about an hour. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to take me that long to show off all the stuff, but I'm at a different angle. I normally have it in my lap and I'm just sitting there watching TV and yeah. Oh yeah, Deb. Yeah, no. Now I don't ceramic coat the brand new cars that are in the plastic. I just use Novus. But it does make your life easier when you go to dust those things off and then they shine right up. Yes, Mike, I did ceramic coat the paper stickers with the residue from the polishing cloth, not from the applicator microfiber. So no, the seriously wet, damp stuff never touches those stickers. Only the residue left over from polishing, and that's why I usually save ones that have stickers on them for the last, because it'll have more residue on the towel to help polish those up. How long does it say on the ceramic bottle how long it lasts? Let me see. Good question. It's telling me to read the box for instructions. But it does say that it repels water, mud, and road grime. I'll look that up and see what they think. But honestly, the only thing that's going to break this down is because the more you polish on it, the shinier it gets. The only thing that's going to break it down is soap and water. So that's why I even mentioned that if you needed to clean the bodies again on the inside, you could still do that safely and not have to go through that whole process again, because the ceramic coat was still going to stay on there. All three things I try to keep on my track to keep things real. 50 washes. There we go, dude. Yep. Hey, no, well, you're welcome, G-Bud. Anybody have any questions? I noticed we got almost like 60 people while we were there, and I didn't even put this thing on Facebook because I didn't think anybody would be interested. But that, like I said, if you're watching this later, this is just this isn't the holy grail on how to polish cars or anything. This is just what works for me. Obviously, you saw how it worked up until the only thing I didn't show was the putting Dawn and scrubbing so I could get the insides clean to get rid of the oil or motor residue. But you saw every step from that point forward, and the results speak for themselves. I mean, a little bit of effort, and you can get a mirror finish on your slot cars. I mean, that's what that is. That's a mirror finish. That's reflecting the light. It's right there. That's pretty awesome for a little piece of plastic with some paint on it. That's why I use the Dawn on the inside, because it breaks down the grease. So that's why I use the Dawn to let them soak and as long as I can. So, like as an example, I would let this body soak in that little tub for an hour maybe, and then take my toothbrush to it and start going to town. And then obviously I use Q-tips and stuff like that to try to dig out. No, it doesn't do that, G-Bud. I like the way you're thinking. 6 or 7. That's awesome. Well, guys, if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. That's what this channel was created for, was to bring people together to learn things. I was going to share what I had. I was hoping that other people would share what they knew, and that we could all come together and learn from each other. And that just helps the hobby grow. Because if you know a new trick, you're going to tell your buddies and so on and so forth. So, like I said, if you know of a better way, please leave it in the comment and say, hey, instead of doing this, I do that. Or, hey, instead of using this for taking off grease, you use Dawn, I use this, and it doesn't hurt the plastic or whatever. Or you've got a different ceramic coating or a different coating that you put on there, or something that's better than Novus. Like I said, this isn't the absolute end all on how to detail. This is just how Scott details his cars. And then the only next step that I take from one of my auction cars is I put a ceramic coat on them. But like I said, you can see that one extra step does bring out the shine and the mirror reflection just that little bit more. And, I figure my dad used to tell me, if you're not going to do something right, don't do it at all. And now that I know that's the right way, I can't go back. So I'm kind of hung into doing it that way. So yeah, it took like 45 minutes for me to do 3 bodies that I'd already prepped with the cleaning part of it. So yeah, I do spend a lot of time cleaning the cars, but I know the people that win the cars on the auction appreciate it. And I know I appreciate it whenever I pull my cars out to show off to people how clean they are and shiny they are, because they always get a good positive comment. And, that's pretty cool. Makes your effort worth the while, so to speak. So tomorrow night, Bob at the Electric Avenue. We're doing the racing rigs. I haven't seen Bob in here, but he is going to be, hopefully, he got his diorama from Keith today, so hopefully he's going to show that off. Paul, he might show off his Ferrari. We're going to get Steve Pataki to show off his Viper that he won from Mark's Slot Car Garage. If anybody else that's not racing that's won something and you did get it in the mail and you do want to show it off, check out on Thursday night with my buddy with Kenton, Slot Cars and HO Trains with Pimp Your Layout, and you can hit his live and join his live stream. But before that, on Wednesday night, you've got to check out my buddy Adam, because if you're wanting some new slot cars, you're going to not find them anywhere cheaper on the internet than at Adam Slot Cars and More, the original Adam Hurt with Adam, Brianna, and Alex. And then Thursday night, we've got PTT with their wild and crazy auction and their race night. But if you're not into the race night, like I said, go over to my buddy Kenton's and check out his Slot Cars and HO Trades, Pimp Your Layout, and show off one of the prizes if you won one, if you don't have the YouTube channel to show it off on. Friday night, we got my buddy Rich with his Slot Cars and Cold Snacks and Slot Cars. I know he got 5 pit kits in today because the mailman says it got delivered in his box. So unless he got porch pirated, he's got his pit kits. So we can all look forward to watching Rich build a pit kit on Friday night, and we can all start taking bets on whether or not it's going to run when he's done. So I look forward to seeing that on Friday night with Rich. That brings us back to Saturday night. And if you missed this last Saturday night, we do have another giveaway. So if you're a member of this channel, you're going to want to make sure and tune into the members show, because at 6:30 my time, 15 minutes into the show, we're going to give the car away, that the chassis that I rebuilt, that B-Rad with B-Rad Slot Car Circuit donated to the channel, which is the Ferrari 512M. You guys watched me rebuild it, I believe, over a month ago on the channel for the chassis. I've got a couple of the pieces glued on that. But anyway, the members are going to win that. And then on the subscriber side, even if you're not a member, you're going to have a chance to win another one of B-Rad's cars that we refurbished, and it's the Baja Bug. So we've got some really cool stuff. We're going to have possibly a unicorn auction car, GT40 AFX coming up for sale. So if you're into collecting like Mark's Slot Car Garage and I are, definitely tune in on Saturday night, because we're going to have some pretty awesome cars for you guys to choose from. So with that being said, thank you guys all for showing up tonight. I sincerely appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your week. Don't work too hard. See you guys tomorrow night at the Electric Avenue, where they light some sparks and melt some plastic with the, I think it's the haulers. Yeah, the 18-wheel haulers. That's going to be a good one to watch. So thank you guys again. You guys take care. We'll see you tomorrow night at the Electric Avenue. Bye-bye.